Unveiled the most marvelous revelations of the 19th century concerning the origin of Christianity. Jonathan Manning Roberts. Cardinal Stefano Borgia. Good day, sir. My name was Stefano Borgia, Cardinal at Rome, from 1806 to 1810, and died in Lyons, France. Lyon? Is it Lyon? There is one thing before which everything else must bow, and that is truth. Any religion, no matter what its power, must here, if not founded on truth, in the spirit life, must fail. The atonement of the Roman Church is approaching, and its power will go down at a night of blood. As I can see this with the Spirit's eyes, I feel it my duty to say that those persons of existence, and this is well understood by us priests. I was the leader or head of the Catholic Church at Rome at the time of the entrance of the French into that city. The first and principal thing done was to hide all the works of the Latin Fathers. Why? Because Christianity cannot stand the blazing light of the originals. When placed in the hands of scholars and freethinkers, a child could almost see how the epistles have been interpolated and changed to suit the views of the writers, and the foolish ceremonies these writers are advocating show this. They fight about the communion ceremony, whether they should use water or wine, whether the bread was the real body of Christ or not. There has been more bloodshed, more spirit damnation on account of these follies in regard to these ceremonial laws than on account of all other things put together. This communication is yours for the cause of truth, and we refer to the American Cyclopedia for the account of Cardinal Borgia. And so, elaborations by priests are one thing, but saying they have authority to the obligations, much like you think of the Sufis. Now, the Sufis can have their various rituals, but if they're not really, they shouldn't be treated per se as revelation or inspiration in that sense. I mean, in the sense that you would refer to the prophets of God having them, and therefore they don't have that authority. They may be nice things to say, just like I refer to various scholars and their conclusions. Well, their conclusions don't rest on because it's them. I look at their conclusions for what they are and take them and leave them. I try not to have that in a pick or choose sort of way, but you know what I mean. I'm going to pick what's best for me, not per se what justifies whatever I want, whatever I feel like the most. That's not quite the argument that I'm making. The importance of this communication may be understood from the fact that the learned Cardinal Borgia made it his especial business to collect the manuscript evidence of the writings of the fathers of the Christian Church and all that related to the anterior religious systems of the world. He therefore, no doubt, tells the exact truth in relation to the fact that the Roman Catholic Church could not afford to have the manuscripts of the Christian fathers fall into the hands of the learned critics of the beginning of the present century. What the Roman hierarchy were able to secure from the French in 1803 is likely to become the world's property through the confessions and admissions of returning spirits who can no longer bear the load of guilt, concealing the truth from the mortal brethren. To these spirits we say, come one, come all. It is not yet too late for you to win the thanks and sympathy of awakening humanity. Now, okay, maybe you've spent 17 years becoming a higher initiate of a certain New Age group. Maybe you've spent longer making your way up a church but to declare your unbelief. And maybe you believe stronger in the truths of that text because you aren't really whatever sect anymore. But it's not too late. As long as you're alive, it is not too late to step forward and say, my beliefs don't exactly align as they want them to align.